Hi everybody, welcome back to the Reclaimed Ranch. My name is Tara, and today's video we are actually going to be doing the creative video for Sonnet's Maker Box. And so whenever she sends these boxes, the first paper's on top. If you are a subscriber to this box, you can get more of those papers from each box in the past. And so I had ordered some extras, and then now we are getting into what June has in store for us. And it looks like Roycycle papers are looking pretty vintage, and then we always get a bonus napkin from Sonnet. So the sweet pickings this month is Flower Sack, beautiful white. And for Fusion, we have Soapstone, which is a beautiful gray. So it's a neutral box this time, which I love. And then we have Limestone, and that's a great neutral color as well, kind of a creamy white. And then for the DIY paint, we have Vintage Linen and Black Velvet. And so we are going to get into some crafts, and we're going to start using these paints and see what kind of interesting things we can make. Now for the papers this month, we have, it's called Bath Night from Connie from the Painted Photographer. So it's a little mermaid taking a nice bubble bath. And then this little guy is called Lefty. A cute little bird. Looks like there's some musical background on there. And then Roycycle Treasures. We have, this is the Floral Ledger, I believe. And it looks like there's some beautiful vintage roses on there with some like writing in the background. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Love this paper. And then the next one is pretty similar to this, except for the roses are smaller. And so that one is called Faded Botanica. And I didn't use that one because it's so close to the other one, but I do want to definitely use this on a project. Maybe a bit bigger project than what I did today. I just think this is just gorgeous. Love, love, love this paper. And even using just a hint of some color in the roses would be beautiful, I think. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've got 5 projects to show you guys, and let's get in and have some fun. And the bonus napkin this time is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's got ferns and berries and mushrooms and flowers, and it's just perfect. The minute I saw that, I knew exactly what I was going to do with it. This sifter here was part of a live that Sonnet and I did. I did a little bit extra. I just painted the handles on it, and I can't remember. I think it might have been Artichoke from Sweet Pickins that we did the handles and the little wood part there. I'm going in with the limestone, and I'm going to paint the entire sifter on the outside, 2 coats, and then we are going to decoupage that gorgeous napkin onto this. And I think this just turned out beautiful. Love, 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 love this. Okay, so I'm working this napkin on, and I had to remove the back part of the napkin. And once you do that, this napkin becomes really thin and is easily able to tear. So you really got to be careful when you're using a napkin to decoupage. And if you keep working an area, keep working it. Also, the ink on the napkin can actually start to bleed a little bit and get all over. So this, of course, is a dark napkin, so it doesn't really matter that much about the bleeding, but I'm just going in with my scissors to kind of cut around the little handle there and all the little places and nooks and crannies, and then just trying to get that down as good as I can without a ton of wrinkles. And as soon as that did dry completely, I went in with my little finger sander and removed the excess from the edges of the upper and lower part of the sifter and called that good. I think the handle color goes perfect with the greens in the ferns, and it just totally matches. And I think it would look really cute styled with a little bit of greenery coming out of it on a stack of books or with some dishes in the kitchen. I think this is going to be super cute. And this is available on my website at thereclaimedranch.com. It is for sale along with all of the other projects today. So this second project, I have a lot of these wooden rounds that don't have the cloches anymore, and I think they might be like for like a cheese board or some kind of cloche that goes over the top for pastries or something. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn this into some home decor. And I did go in with the limestone, and just in that inner circle I'm going to go 2 coats, and then we are going to decoupage that recycle paper, the floral ledger, onto this middle portion. And then I'm also going to take the black velvet and paint the outer rim and backside of this wood, just to kind of give it a little bit more vintage vibe, kind of crosses with modern. I don't like the kind of orangey tone of this wood, and so we're going to go ahead and just go in with the black. And then I do use DIY's black wax to seal in that black velvet. Anytime you have like a clay-based paint or a chalk paint, you do have to seal those paints, otherwise they can reactivate with water.
Headlights on the highway, if you only knew. Being back here always makes me think of you. When the world is sleeping, do you think of me? With the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty streets, you were all I used to know. You and I, forever, forever ago. And you used to drive me home. Now I drive alone. You and I, forever, forever, forever ago. This town's so quiet, this time of year. With the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty streets, you were all I used to know. You and I, forever, forever ago. And you used to drive me home. Now I drive alone.
So this third project, I bought this piece of wood, little sign, at a thrift store. It was $3.99, and I thought it would just make a really cute sign or outdoor board for your porch or something. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the vintage linen and do 2 coats of that onto this wood. And then I'm using some of that same floral ledger decoupage paper from Recycled Treasures, and we're just going to kind of piece it in. So you can see it's a little short there, so I'm going to cut that end off. I'm going to decoupage that down, and then I'm just going to piece it in to kind of make it look as seamless as possible. And then again, same thing as we did with the other project. I'm going to paint the outer edge and the backside the black, and then I'm going to use that dark wax to kind of come in from the edges and the corners and make it a little bit more vintage. And I'm using Connie's little lefty in this. I want that bird to really pop against those colors. And so I did what you would call a fussy cut, where I literally cut around like all of the leaves as much as I could, because those colors didn't really blend very well with the vintage vibe here. So what I did with the bird was I took some of the DIY in crinoline, which is a nice creamy color, kind of like that background in that paper. And I painted the bird the crinoline, but then I used the dark wax to do the leaves and all the way around it and just kind of blend it in. So here's the bird, and you can see I did that, what's called fussy cutting, where you just take your time and go around every little leaf and get as much as the white off as you can. So I just decoupage him on, let it dry, and then we'll paint him the crinoline, and then we'll paint the... So this next project, I originally had planned to do something different. I was going to make a campfire tin with this, but um, this beautiful bright bubblegum pink can spoke to me and said it would look really cute in a bath area. So we did the little mermaid in the bubble bath. I cut her out and decoupaged her to the lid. So I'm going to go in with the limestone and do, I believe it took 3 coats to cover this pink completely. And then I decoupaged her on the top and I blended my heart out with all the different colors. And so you'll see quite a bit of blending here in just a few minutes. And it does take quite a while to do this, but it's so fun. And this is actually a technique I'm going to be teaching at Sonnet Garden Bloom's retreat in October, and I cannot wait to do this. It's so fun and relaxing, and it's not hard at all. You just keep going until you love the end result. And sometimes that takes a little while, but sometimes it takes just a few minutes. And so it took me a little bit longer to get what I wanted, but I think the end result turned out gorgeous. So then I thought it would be fun to just stamp bath on here, 25 cents. And um, it had that little indent all the way around, so it was kind of hard to get the stamp to go down in there. And I'm just kind of trying to paint the little lines for the cents since I didn't have a stamp for that. I guess I can go in and paint in that line as well now that I'm thinking about it. But I wanted to take a baby wipe to it and rub most of that ink off to make it look worn and weathered and old. And I think it turned out good. So this last project, I got this Pottery Barn clock, super heavy, at the Goodwill for $7.99, and I took it home thinking, well, it probably just needs a battery. And I took it apart, did everything I could to get it to work, and it didn't work. And so here I am just cleaning out the inside. It had some battery acid in there, and I'm taking the legs off, taking it all apart. Since I can't keep it as a clock, we're going to make it into a shelf sitter because it still looks super, super cute. I love the little modern look of this, and the dark color of it. I did think about painting it like a white and distressing it back, but I think the black with it had some like green patina on it already and was old looking, so I love that kind of stuff. So I went in with my redesign called Garden Marvels, and I do have this available on the website as well. And I cut out this little bird and the florals in there. And I did paint that background with the limestone, and I think I did like 3 or 4 coats to cover all of those little clock lines and numbers on there. So once I did that, I'm going to go ahead and use my little tool to push this transfer down inside here, and it actually covered the little clock hole up perfectly, so I didn't have to worry about that. And then put it all together, and that was pretty much an easy upcycle. So here are the final results of these. I love this sifter. I think it's super cute. So let me know what is your favorite project for today, and if you don't want to get on the wait list for Sonnet's Maker's Box and you don't already have it, I do have a link that would get you right into getting this box every month. It's so much fun. Love to create, and I will have a link below to the playlist. There are several other creators on this list that do this every month with all of these products, and so I advise you to check those out because they have tons of creativity and inspiration for everyone. So you all have a great week. I am going back over to visit my uncle again tomorrow, and so next week, Monday I won't have a video up, but this video will be out tomorrow. So I'm hoping to have one up with my bedroom mural the week after. So anyway, guys, take care, and I will see you then. Bye.